also the web design. So the product design are the one immersing that immerse themselves in the user's environment. They are able to get quality, how do you call it? They made quality research using surveys and interviews to get users' pain points. So thereby you are able to get what the user really needs, and they came up with something that is fantastic. So to tackle that particular problem. So we'll be starting with product design. So product design started with, I think, we had how many of them? Is it 5 or 4? So 5 of them, but I think at the end we only have 1 now. That was what I said when we started the program, that most of them will run away when it comes to the projects, this thing. So now we only have 1 student handling the product design, so we appreciate and adore. Also, the web design started with how many of us? I think we are more than 6, right? We are 8. So at the end, we only have 3 now. So that is how you run. Tech, go back to the form, go back to the salon. So you are not intentional about solving problems, you don't make money, because you cannot make money. You know, there are some problems for no money. You have to go for that to go solve them. So they are here to solve problems. So let's start. Product design.
My name is Abdullah. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abdullah. I'm a product design student. Today, I'm here to talk about the product which we did the research on, Renters NG. So the Renters NG is a new platform which will engage professionals. It deals about the issues, like the problem we have to get the professionals to handle our services, such as maybe having a disappointment from a mechanic, a tailor, and all other services also. So according to our research, during our research, we got some information. So during we did a research. The research included through interview and survey, online survey to go before. We sent to some users we sent it out to some users through the form, and we also have responses from the professionals also. So this charter is for the users. The majority of the users that answer the survey are mainly in Oyo State, though we are not based on only Oyo State, but for the information we gathered, those that are around and that they answer the survey are mostly in Oyo State, especially in Omoshoye. So under our research, we noticed that most of the people that they complained about, the professionals they complained about, are the tailors mostly. So here we have tailors, which is 64.6%, and others are 33.4%. So the challenges they face most of them, they face challenges with professionals. Maybe the cost is too high, poor quality of work. Some people don't know where to check for professionals. Some lack of loyalty. Some they find them easily within the network. Like, okay, who did this for you? Can I know the person through family interaction? That's where some people got their professionals. So, and the professionals that people needed. We also asked how what they use as a digital platform that they use to communicate with the professionals. So most of them, they use WhatsApp. WhatsApp is the most used platform that they use for the for interacting with professionals. So with the way we are going with the with the interview with all of them, so we get the information that WhatsApp, they use WhatsApp mostly. Some of them use Facebook and some use Instagram. So WhatsApp is the most platform that they use for communication. So so and we also ask them if they say if they get to use a platform that will bring them closer to professionals, will they be able to use it? And they said yes, that they would like to use a platform that will link them with professionals so that they will get reliable professionals, trustworthy professionals, and professionals that will work and give and deliver to them on time. So we also have the details of the professionals also.
You have this perfect.
Yeah, this is a chart of the professionals. After we have some discussions with them, most of them we met them in interview. We met them physically to ask them questions. So some of them they also make request of having a platform also that can link them with customers to get customers seamlessly without any struggle or anything. So they also talk about the challenges they face with customers, like the customers asking for price, unreasonable price for the work that they gave them. So we also noticed that the professionals also use WhatsApp as their main source of social media and for advertising and everything. So we concluded that for this platform to go smoothly without any disruption, we need to onboard the professionals and users on WhatsApp. So through WhatsApp, we're able to teach them how to use the website and how to go onto the website to register, to find the professionals, and how the professionals will also get customers from the platform. So after we've gotten our research and gotten the information with, this is the design, this is the landing page. This is the landing page. Once you open the website, this is the first thing you see on the website. This is the page you see after you log in, still under construction. So this is the login page. After you you log into the page and you've seen maybe you want to go for a fashion designer and you click on it, this is what it will bring for you. You see the professional, the work they do. Then under this page, you see the customers review to know how the professional has been active. Maybe he's active or not. The recommendations and the reviews will be under this site. So this is what we're giving to the web designers to work on. Thank you.
Utilizations, everything same. So let's start.
William, okay, hold on, sorry, but ẹ ṣe ẹ kú iṣẹ́ láti ìgbà yìí. Orúkọ ìgbà tẹ ṣe ìkan tó dáa púpọ̀ yìí. Bọ̀ kéèsì ẹ fẹ́ dàbí ọmọ ẹlẹ́ran tó ń jẹ èèpo. Iṣẹ́ tẹ ṣe bó ṣe dáa tó ẹ bá ti engage data analyst tó bá yín ṣe gbogbo ẹ lọ sókè ẹ lọ sálẹ̀ ẹ ṣe gbogbo ẹ wọ́n á lè fún yín ní dashboard tó yẹ pé one click ẹ lè ṣàlàyé gbogbo àwọn nǹkan yẹn so ó stress yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń sá òkè ní yẹn so ká lè bá engage data analyst tó ń bá fún yín ní iṣẹ́ tó bá wà more presentable ju eléyìí lọ.
My first question is, what's the name of the brand you're working on?
The brand is rentals.ng.
What does it do?
It's a platform that connects the professionals with customers seamlessly.
That's
It's also a platform where you can rent, maybe you are in need of computer, anything you are in need of. It's also a platform where you can rent something.
I may ask, what you think about the name renters? Does it mean for rental services or anybody who wants to rent anything? What's the meaning behind it? What's the meaning behind what renters?
Renters was derived after seeing the stress, the disruption people go through in finding reliable and trustworthy professionals around. Like giving a professional, the rent ASUS that we finding professionals and rental services like the caterers, these mobile technicians and the motor mechanics.
So that means renters not only link or connect users with professionals, it's only serve other purposes like rental business. So I think the what they call it, the header of what we call this should I think should talk about or should describe both what it stands for, what renter stands for. It's not just for professionals. But like we said now, like I said, driving the name is for a purpose. Rental assets, right?
Yes.
Rents us. Not the normal renters. Renters. So it means it is going to ease rental assets, rentals problem. Exactly. So since we have that, we should have it on the board. So instead of you having connection to professionals only, there should be a way you should have probably phrase it or rephrase it to define the purpose of rentals. For now,
So, all right, thank you for the presentation. You've done a great job. But I have some few observations. Like, my husband said, he said, why don't you engage data analysts to do some things? But you don't need to reach out to data analysts to get those things, I'll say. So one of the things that you need to do when you are doing a presentation like this is to have this like probably PowerPoint presentation
instead of you showing us the Google form that you use to do the survey. So if you have PowerPoint presentation slide, you'll be able to give us certain things that we need. You don't need to know the stress that you go through to have that slide. Number one thing is you're able to give us your problem statement, whereby you say you're connecting service providers to customers or consumers. So that's fine. So you tell us their pain points, you did your survey, which is fine. So what is that thing? What is your unique selling point? There are platforms whereby if I go there, I'll be able to get some of the services. It might not be all, but some of them. So what is your unique selling point? Or your survey shows that there is no platform that is rendering the service.
Actually, there are platforms that offer like these services, but not exactly this one. Like the issue of these professionals, though we want to make it a platform, just like we want to order Uber online and other stores.
So what I'm saying, I understand that. What I'm asking now is that what is your selling point? For example, now there is Bolt, there is Uber, and if you want to rent your service on them, you have your preferences. You feel like, okay, if I'm taking Bolt, these are the things I'm getting. If I'm taking Uber, these are the things I'm getting. So what is your unique selling point that will make me want to choose to rent that if I want to use the service?
To find trustworthy and reliable professionals and rental services.
Okay. But that's not substantial.
She's not getting it. That's readily our standards.
Okay. What makes you stand out from others? For example, now, I'm selling Gary. There are a lot of people that are selling Gary. If they want to sell Gary, they say like Gary Jebu, Gary Kinikon, they will sell it. So my own selling point if I want to sell Gary now is that I branded Gary. I told them that I add sugar to it, I add milk to it. You don't need to buy Gary and start saying that I want to go and buy sugar, I want to go and buy Gary, I want to go and buy milk. The only thing you need to get is buy Kulikuli or granuts to take your Gary. So what is your selling point? What makes you different from others?
What makes us different from others is that after they get a reliable, trustworthy, and after they find a reliable and trustworthy professional or service provider, they will get their services to their doorstep. And there is also an escrow that we use that will make sure that the service they deliver, we check it and everything is intact before we deliver to the person who will order for the service.
That's a valid point. So, thank you.
Okay, one more question. So, for what you have done now, this is just the work of the product design, right? Product designer. What platform, well, do you know to know how you're able to, the platforms you use to, like you said now, probably we didn't need to know this, see this, if you have presented it in a PowerPoint or other ways to analyze this. So, we need to know how you, probably you are the one, is it the work of a web designer or the work of a product designer?
It's
What
the
you have
work
said.
of the product designer.
So
We use
the
Figma.
interface, everything. With the interface, we did the. So is it who is going to tell us? Is it the web designer going to tell us steps through which?
The web designer.
Is it web designer?
Yes.
Okay, but this was done by
Product designer.
through which to achieve. Do you understand my point? This was done by product design. Product designer. Okay, so the interface, everything, designs, everything was done by product designer. So we need to know. Okay, I added this, or are you the only one that did everything?
Okay.
Okay, but what's your own contribution to this? What did you add? Why did you add? Why did you add segments? Why, like all those things? Need to know your own contribution.
Okay. I wasn't
And
the
why?
only one that
Sorry, why? Like I asked for the connect you to the professional. I asked for it. So why do you think that's the best place to use at that moment? Why is it the picture or the photo of the
fashion design.
fashion designer ahead? So I need to know. We need to know why do you think this is the best landing page you can have for the project?
The reason we use the professional's picture for the landing page was because most of the complaints we got from the research group was based on the fashion designers. So that's why it was the first picture that came to mind to use for the landing page. Okay. The contributions, I checked some templates. We checked some templates and reviewed it together. The templates that are something like this that work with renting something. So we check it together to see how we can come up with our own design.
Alright, one more thing. So while you were doing your presentation, you made us realize that when you log in, you're going to go to a particular page, but there was a page that was not complete. You said it's still under development. So my question is that, what is your MVP?
Our MVP is a WhatsApp community, which we have the professionals and the users supporting differently. We onboard the professionals on one platform and the users on another platform.
I mean your minimum viable product, not that product. For example, now, if I want to use this product, what are the basic things that you are planning to give to the users that they are going to use for the first time before you add more features to it? The first set of features they are going to be able to use. What are those features?
They'll be able to log in and they'll find trustworthy and reliable professionals online.
Sorry for cutting. I think the problem we are having now is, first, you are not able to show us from your research, from the analysis of your research. We had a presentation of the data. So where did you present it? You have to present it in the docs. What are the features? How many categories of features do we get from the research? So these are things that we said we include in the MVP. The main feature, I think it is like 4. I think maybe you are having stage fright, but you understand what she's doing. But they categorize the user's pain point into 4, and these are the 4 things, 4 main features that will be in the MVP. So it's not compulsory to show us. You can tell us. It's not compulsory to show us.
The
4 main features.
Yes, is transparency. Number 1 is transparency and reliability. Second one is disappointment. We also have low quality of work, which is what I ordered versus what I got. And the 4th one.
So for these four main points, what are the features? Okay, not transparency. Which feature are we adding to the app to do that? Payments. which one are we at? We are talking about features, not their pain points. We categorize their pain point to 4. So we have 4 features that is very compulsory that we put in the MVP, but then we'll be using other features later.
Yes, under the MVP we have an escrow. The escrow is like a wallet. When the user sends money, it will be in that escrow. So the professional will be done with the work. So after we check and we are sure that the work has been done, we release it to the professional.
Alright, thank you. You've done a great job.
I think yes, the question is that in case of any unsatisfied job, is there a means of refund or something?
Yes.
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 Well done.
Yes.
I think one of the reasons is that because she's the only one handling the program. Then also second observation is that in case of I think there should be some rules that will guide the professionals. That if you want to, let's say you want to repair a car, so in case you mistakenly spoil another thing while repairing, you will bear the cost. There should be some rule within the website. The professional must have known before starting or engaging in ourselves. Back on the work.
Whether they spoiled something or the work done is not efficient enough, so there are rules that will guide them.
Okay, hold on. So I actually really want to commend you. You have done so well, seriously, because what happened in the product all the time class very discouraging. So and for you to be the only one standing, so I will salute you. And we hope probably I hope you get this one. Well done.
Illegal. Is there a legal backing to all this? Is there something that there are some other there are some stubborn customers? That's whether you have gotten because you might have given them what exactly they want, and you still want to prove stubborn that this is not what I want. Something is there a guide for a protection for the professional as well, so that it won't be.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you. You've done a great job. But I want to say something. When you are doing presentation like this, don't prepare your mind that you are going to do the best thing. Always prepare your mind. Criticism will come more than people that will appreciate you. But you've done a great job. As I know that you are just starting out, and for you to be able to come up with something like this is a great thing. So keep it up.
I'm thinking, why can't we just introduce something like chat box in the website where users can communicate instead of WhatsApp in that particular app? Maybe just, okay, I, can I borrow this? Can I borrow that? Okay, I'm here, I'm stuck here. Why can we just introduce something like that there? Because they haven't talking about it.
Thank you for your first question. You said there are some questions that have been asked that you expect the developers to answer. So when it comes to development of a product, so far it is consisting of the developers, the product designers, and some other people that will be involved. The product designer are going to do more of the work. You know, they are the ones that do the survey. They are the ones that is going to do the product thinking mostly. So they have a better overview of what the product is going to be. Mainly the developers are going to focus on the technicality of the product. They will make sure that, okay, what the product designers are giving, they are able to replicate it perfectly. so that when the users come, they will not just be like, okay, what is this? So the users must be able to come to whatever the product designer give the developers that they designed. They must be able to use it perfectly without having issues. So the product designers, they always have a deeper understanding of what is going on than the developers most of the time. For example now, the front-end developer is going to deal with the interface. The back-end developer is going to deal with whatever that is going behind the website. So the back-end developer needs to understand and sync well with the design as well. Not just him just saying that I want to write their code. You must understand what the design is speaking about. And the front-end developer is just going to do the interface. So all of them must be able to answer that question. But so far is the product designer that is going to present first. Most questions is going to be answered by them because they are the one that will do the survey. They are the one that will do most of the thinking. They are the one that will do it. So part of it is that while starting down this project, there are possibilities that they are going to have workshops whereby they are going to have discussions on, okay, what do you think will be the best practice for this? It is the product designer that will be bringing ideas that, okay, if you look at this, this is what they do. If you look at this is what they do. The developers will come in their own perspective that, okay, there are possibilities whereby the designers are going to do something. The developer will be like, no. If you come to the website and you want to do this, it is not proper for this particular thing to be here. It is a product designer too. Is going to come up with their own explanation that, okay, the designs are advancing. So these are the things that they are using currently to check new websites. So all those things, it's everybody that's supposed to answer the question. But because she's the one presenting first, that is why most of those questions are being directed to her. I hope I answered your question.
Okay, thank you very much. It's been a wonderful presentation from our product. Are you a product owner? Who is the product owner? Who is the product owner? Because in every product team, you have the ownership, you have developers, you have the UI UX designer in most cases. What aspects which aspect do you belong? And what are the user requirements, functional requirements for this very product? Can you also tell me what are your product backlogs? What, in terms of the sprints you've covered over time, what can you say about all of these things? For every product to come live, there's a lot that goes into it. So you have the aspect of developers. In fact, sometimes you have a business analyst. He comes in to discuss he's more of somebody who has an understanding of the business requirements. Most times developers don't understand, the language of the business people. You understand? So this is where a business analyst comes in. He talks to the business owner. What do you intend to achieve with this product you intend to launch? So they talk to him, then he speaks to the IT. That's where you have the developers and all the aspects who are going to come in with the tools, in terms of maybe the applications and all of those things. So for every product to come to life, there are a lot that goes into it. So when I see only one person coming into, so I need to let you know what are your product backlogs. For example, you need to know, okay, the user interface can be one of the issues, you want to sort out. Who are going to be the users, how do they navigate, what is your use cases? So these are questions that you've got to look into. What are the functional requirements? What makes this app a workable application? That's when you come about MVPs. Most of these products, we won't finish them until eternity. Every product is being, updated, new releases over time, you understand? In fact, there will be a team that will come in anytime you need to transition from one particular, you want to do some upgrades, so that your customers don't experience some challenges. Like we have when you have any release from all of these banks, customers will always complain. There's somebody there to manage that transition, so that you don't have chaos at the end of the day, just because you want to transition to a new technology, for example. So you now, where do you stand? Do you have the consent of the, because all of these requirements will come, it is the product owner who takes, the right to say, this is exactly what I want to achieve. Because I feel like we are taking too much into this platform. Just like what my brother has said, he said, when you look at Uber, for example, it's solving the transport problem, and that's one key issue. Go to both, one key issue, you understand? So that at the end of the day, we have a product that can stand the test of time. So you now, where have you worked? Which app did you use? How have you come in to assist this products to come to life? Because I've been seeing you answering the questions of remote developers. So I think it's not in your own space to defend the developers. So we've got to talk about the frameworks and technologies that was used and all of those things. What you did, exactly what you did. Where you come in.
Okay. I worked as a product designer. I did the research, and we also come up with the design for the web developers to implement.
I think it's not for you to do the research anyway. You're not the one to do the research, Yours is you're just like a graphics, person, just like what a UI UX will do. Okay, this is the app. They will tell you what they want. In fact, sometimes you have a framework, like a chart. They show you this is the chart, this is how we want to navigate this application. This should be the first page. This is what we intend to have on the first page. Okay, when they log in, this is what we expect them to see when they log in successfully. What should come out as the message? This is where you come in as, and that's where you come in with whether you're Figma, because most times you see product, designers, they work a lot with Figma and some other applications. You understand? So it's not for you to do, you are doing a lot. I think we've got to give her a round of applause. She has done a whole lot. She has done everything all through, So she deserves that applause, because she has done a lot for the team. So ordinarily, in the team, they should have somebody who take ownership of the product. This is what I want. In fact, there is what we call the sprint. When you finish one thing, you tick it off your backlog, then you say, what do we have next? You have the Scrum team. In the Scrum team, you have a lot of people there also. They do the daily Scrum. So on a daily basis, what have you done as a developer? You have to be accountable. So sometimes we talk about the Agile framework and all of those things. So because there are some frameworks that have been adopted just to keep everybody on his toes. So we've got to talk about the user requirements, who tells you you have gotten it right. For example, you design something that I don't really, I don't really fancy. I can tell you you've got to work on this aspect, you understand? So if it's okay, then we move on. If it's not okay, you've got to go over it again and do it. So she has done a lot for this very team. I think we need to applaud her for that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. It requires them to have user research. So the only side they did is user research. So although she did everything the more than user research, but I mean user research is part of their job. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate that.